Hello. I just happened to start the stream like right on the beat of this song, and so it worked out like really, really well. And I'm just gonna dance to it for a little while because it's too good to stop. Okay, no, I don't. Oh, it's really not. It's really too good to stop down the line. Hello, 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 hello. I am out of breath. My hair is a mess because I've been dancing. I've been having a good day, so I'm gonna turn my music down so I'm not yelling at you guys as I'm listening to it. I'm not listening to the chill hop that you guys are listening to. I'm listening to The Last Laser Master by Aronauts. So go check that out if you want awesomeness. It's about the last laser master. Okay. I am blurry. So I confused my camera by putting a giant master. I'll sing as I do this. He's the last laser master. Okay, I'm done. Hello. It's amazing I'm coming into this with the energy that I am coming into it with, because this week it's really hard. I have to pause it. I have to pause this song. Okay, let's be serious for a second. It really sucks that you can't play songs on Twitch. So this show is called Revisiting Fails. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Because I've had a lot of fails lately, and I am sort of a dog with a bone when it comes to these things, and I can't stop. And so I want to revisit, and I haven't had a chance to. So for all of you who were smart enough not to even look at that 8-hour stream that I did this weekend, which I left up for some reason, but I did. I did an 8-hour stream this weekend. It wasn't supposed to be 8 hours long. I was really excited about this training that I was going to do. And I thought, for posterity's sake, I'm not sure if I'm using the word posterity right here, but I thought for posterity's sake that I would stream it live. Because, sometimes you run into some problems, and it's always fun, and like a good behind the scenes of what it really is like to try to do these more technical things. If you're not like a smart person, I just like general average intelligence. And in my head, I was like, oh, it'll take 3 hours. It'll take 2 or 3 hours. And I'll have this amazing thing that I've wanted for so long. And I had really high expectations for it. And I went into the day just being like, I was so jazzed. I was so pumped Friday night. And then 8 hours later on Saturday, I couldn't figure it out. Ran into a bunch of problems. Everything that everyone said was super easy to do was not easy to do. Things kept breaking. I kept getting errors. And it just took a really long time to set up the data set. And it was just a nightmare. And by the end of it, I was real grumpy. Super grumpy. And I think that just goes to show a lot about just going into things with what expectations you go into things with. I always tend to do better with just super low expectations, just to act without expectations, just to do it just for the purpose of doing it. And I did not do that on Saturday. And I'm hoping that that's the reason it failed. I don't know. The reason it failed is because things happen and failures happen, and this tech isn't perfect. So I want to try to revisit. So I put a thing up on GitHub for LORA. So that was one of the things, LORA. That was one of the things that I tried to do, and about the error that I got. And there were some things that got posted yesterday that basically for that particular error. So I was thinking of trying to do that again, seeing how it goes. I might have to restart the stream in the middle because the streaming sometimes seems to mess it up, but that's okay. You guys can just hang out for a minute while it restarts itself while it's running, and I'll come back. And then last week, I was really jazzed about this KAIBER thing that I came online and showed you guys it, and was like, oh my gosh, guys, this KAIBER thing. And then it didn't have any of the features that I thought that it had, so that was a little bit embarrassing. But the person at KAIBER tweeted me a day or two ago and said that the features were there now, so we can rewind to pretend like the last week never even happened, and we can do that today and see how it goes. And then I also was just going to give you guys, and this is probably what I'm going to start off with because I actually know how to do it. Someone just pretend to be smart, even though you can go get like 100 YouTube tutorials on it already. But I figured I'd start off with, oh my God, start off really quickly by showing you guys CONTROLNET, because I was using it all weekend as well to do my NFT Factory Paris piece. That turned out fine, I guess. And I'm getting distracted by a video. And learned some cool stuff, and it actually was something that was super easy to install and set up. And I got a few like tips right before I did it, and I was going to share those tips, I guess, even though I shared them on my 8-hour stream, but no one wants to follow through that 8-hour stream to try to find the 24 seconds of tips that I gave for CONTROLNET. And you know what? It's fine. I can be frustrated about it. It's okay to have feelings. You have them and move on. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, unless anyone else has any other ideas. I'm getting distracted by Twitter. I just clicked into it because I need to click into it. I don't need to click into it yet. That's a big fat lie. What I need to do first is just start up automatic. Ian, I love you. Sounds good. Great, Ian. Ian's here for it. Ian's always here for it. I'm out of breath. I was dancing as I was getting this started because that song is such a banger. I used up all my energy in the 15 minutes before this just listening to that song on loop. I'm walking you home. How long is your walk home from work? Oh, God. I remember when I used to walk home from work. Those are the days. I hope you're just listening to this and not looking at it, because I don't want you to get hit by a car or something. What am I doing? I'm opening GitHub. I swear to God, I'm opening. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, so I mean, do you guys care? I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you care. I'm going to do it anyway because I want to feel like I've accomplished something and I'm giving something back to the community. So I'm going to do it. I know there's 100 YouTube videos out there already. 5 minutes. That's not 5 minutes your whole walk, though. Right? I'm just trying to find out what DLC stands for. It's really hard not to get distracted by Twitter. The first two tweets that I'm seeing is one from Black about Wednesday Addams and Slytherin House, and one from Cryptox where it's a Pepe snorting coke. And that's AI life right there. Okay, great. We're launched. You guys don't know what I'm talking about because I'm not sharing it. But I will right now. 10-minute walk? That's not bad at all. I couldn't do it at this point in my life, but that's not that good. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my entire screen. I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to run Stable Diffusion. Okay, and then, so great. So this is going to be completely uninformative and completely unhelpful because I'm not going to walk through it. You can go on YouTube if you want to, but I'm telling you, this went good for me. So if it went good for me, it can go good for anybody. But if you have been seeing the CONTROLNET stuff recently and have been like, CONTROLNET, that's crazy, I want to do it. If you've been seeing that on Twitter, all you have to do is come into your extensions and, you know, go to the load from, go to, and then look up, where is it? It's just down here somewhere. Oh, I already have it loaded, I think. That's why. Oh gosh, I'm failing already. CONTROLNET. On here. Okay, because I have it installed already. It's on here somewhere. I mean, oh, Farmer's Clip Interrogator's on here. I'm installing that shit. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, where is it? I think the problem is that so much stuff gets put in here. What the fuck? Well, you know what? Let's just pretend that worked. I know it's here. It's just not showing up for me, and that's fine because, you know, that's what life is like. Okay, so you go to extensions, you install it. If you can't find it, you can install from URL from the GitHub. That's fine. Let's just pretend that we did. That's the easy part. Okay, and then, so this was a little tip that I wanted to give everybody. So in the thing that CONTROLNET shows you, like when you go to their GitHub, they have these really huge files that you have to download that are the checkpoints, and they're really big and they take up a lot of room and they take a long time. But over the weekend, somebody very kindly put them all up in a smaller, like condensed format, and they still work as good. They work great onto Civitai. So you can go there, and then all you have to do is download these, and you kind of go through here like this. Download each one, go to the next one, download each one. And you download them into, it shows you here, just make sure you do it exactly where it says, into this directory. So it's your web UI directory, but instead of where you usually go for putting models, you don't go there, you go to extensions. And then you go to, well, before I say that, let me make sure. Yeah, extensions. And then you go to, I know, it does have an interesting name. Yeah, you made it home, Ian. And then you go to, it's interesting, Ian, because I was listening right before this, I was listening to this podcast that was being passed around in a DM earlier, and it was like, it was basically called We're All Gonna Die, and it was, I can't pronounce this guy's name. Elvery. I don't know. It was something where this AI guy was being interviewed, like the smart AI was going to be interviewed, and he was basically talking about how like all the money that's being put into AI right now is we're basically like going to kill ourselves. It was very dark. I'm not sure if I believe it, but I could see it happening. I could see why. I mean, we've all talked about all of that before. Machines taking over the earth, or not even taking over, I guess it's just inadvertently you create a super intelligence and ask it to, you know, make a strawberry, the perfect strawberry, and somehow along that line creating a perfect strawberry involves like destroying all of humanity. Yeah, misapplications. Not malicious, just like misapplications, because it's so smart and it's not going to like take into account that like you shouldn't kill humanity, and it will be able, and coming up with the perfect strawberry means like changing something in the atmosphere that will then like destroy humanity or something, and it's not going to like take that into consideration, and then all of humanity is going to be destroyed because it sends an email somewhere to someone to do something, and I don't know, whatever. But which I don't know, I guess it could happen. I mean, either that guy will be right and he won't be able to say I told you so because we'll all be dead, or he'll be right and he'll feel better about himself. Or not, I don't know, it'll be. Anyway, you go to this, and you put your models into the CONTROLNET extension rather than into your models thing. And then you have your models, then you come here and you have this. Due to flawed human design. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The Roomba that tracks dog poop all over the room. Aw. I named my Roomba Mo. I'm sure everyone did, though. So anyway, when you come into then it's going to show up here. It's going to show up as one of these drop downs, and this is the CONTROLNET thing. And basically, CONTROLNET allows you to do super controlled, like instruct picks to picks kind of things. So I'll give you a really, and the thing that's cool about it is, so like this weekend, what I did was, is gonna just take me back? Yeah, okay. What I did was I created a piece that's called Stylist Poverty. This is for my NFT Paris thing. And I mean, it's okay. I put way too much work into it and overthought it. And I wanted it to be a lot more than I had time to do. So, but that was fine. But so what happened is basically I don't have the original on this computer, unfortunately. But oh, did I just close the stream? No, okay. But you can take a picture. Let's see. I can get like a pretty normal, like say this, right? Do something in Midjourney, and this isn't the exact one that I did, but do something in Midjourney and then like, you know, put some text in it or something like that. And then you can pretty much have it do, you know, almost just really good, like picks to picks kind of stuff. Instruct picks to picks kind of stuff where it does it in a complete different style. but keeps everything pretty much exactly the same. So I'll show it to you on the actual thing really quick, and so a couple little things that I learned that are interesting. So you can start off, if you just do text to image, basically what you do is you're going to come down here to your ControlNet and you're going to put in your image, and I will just use the image that I used, I guess, because it's kind of cool to see it with text. Okay, so like here's my image. And there's a bunch of different ones. And the one that I really stuck to was, so all of these do kind of like different things. The one that people like canny, but I really liked the head one. I don't know enough about it just because it kept sort of the dark spots dark and the light spots light. And so it really allowed this overlaying effect that I wanted to do, because I made a video out of all of them. So it like looks like they're overlaid specifically, and it's not like adding a bunch of stuff, a background or anything like that to it. Let me just enough. Okay. Oh, I'm still blurry. You guys gotta tell me these things. I mean, I guess it's nice in a way, because then everything gets. Hey, focus on my face, please. No, not even a break. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good job. Hell on earth is you are not 4 hours into my marathon. Please do not. It does not. It only goes downhill from there, let me tell you. Fabulous. I hope you enjoyed the 30 minutes that I took a break to talk to my mom, because my mom called me. Probably the best. Yes, and it's, yeah, it needs the light to be more focused. You know what's interesting, on my restream I feel like it looks a lot brighter than it actually is on the replays. So if I'm super dark, I guess tell me, because I look way bright to me on my thing. But I'm also just not gonna watch, because that's why I don't like looking at my face. Okay. Okay, so I just like showing this because I like showing like how great it does with words. So let's go. Jesus Christ. So what's also cool is you can use any 1.5 checkpoint with it, and I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can use LORA with it, and of course you can use embeddings with it. So, Bubby, okay. So like you could do this, right? You have. Let's say put that prompt in there. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to go cyberpunk check. All I have to write. I'm going to put in a negative prompt. There's probably a better negative prompt to use. I'm just going to use one that I have easy access to, and I'm sure it'll do fine. He's the last laser master. Oh, he's the last laser master. Okay. Great. I'm gonna take 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, that's my dog in the background. Oh, is the great tip the one that I'm about to give about Civitai that I gave just now? And where to get the ControlNet things? Okay, so I just know that this is off the top of my head 592 and 1024. Yeah, it is a good tip. It's the best. It's the only thing. You've managed to get the best part of the video, and it worth 3 hours of watching, I think. So now I'm just showing what this can kind of do. Yeah, I probably did a better job of how to install there than I did tonight. So make sure that your height and width are the same. Okay. And then this stuff I don't really know anything about. This basically controls, for this one, they each have their own things. So you're gonna have to learn how to do all of them. But the one that I played with the most this weekend was the head one. So this one, well, I might not need that. Controls how much the prompt is going to influence it and how much this is going to influence it. And the lower it is, actually, the more the prompt is going to influence it. So this is actually like the weight of the image itself, I feel like. I'm sure there's like a better way to explain that. But so I'll give you an example. So let's just run it. I always do 50-10. I know I can do less, but now I'm like obsessed with doing 50-10. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see if it runs while streaming. Doesn't seem to be, does it? Are you freaking kidding me, on Earth? Oh my God. Why does nobody say these things? Thank you for telling me. I'm not going to go back. It was a half hour of stuff. It was a half hour of stuff. This is the original image. Now you're seeing the power of it. It can overlay a complete new style, completely different colors. It retains text, which is great. You can use different checkpoints as long as they're 1.5. You can definitely use embeds, textual inversions. This is the weight thing that I was talking to you about. These are all of the different things that it can read it. Yeah, and now it's running it. Okay, so now, boom, look, very cool, right? It's very different. Lost some of the text, but that's fine. If you wanted to sort of retain it more, you would move the scale up a bit. So let's use the same seed and let's put this scale up a bit. Let's see. Oh, you know, let's see what happens when you do it at 1.3. It'll take forever. Maybe I should. But I mean, it's pretty awesome how much it does. So yes, and you can do a little post work to fix it up too, obviously. Do I hit generate? No. And so when you put it up, it's going to retain this a little bit more. When you bring it down, it's going to lose more of the specific details. And so I can show you that I did a bunch of them this weekend. You can kind of see like one that's very realistic, and it's all looks, you know, very much the same. You can kind of see how it almost completely overlays all of itself while being completely the same thing. So pretty cool. Now, what's also interesting about it, yeah, see how it's keeping the things. Let's go. Let's just set it up in image to image. So you can do some pretty cool stuff with image to image. If you, oh, I'm putting the right ones in here. Again, I only really played hard with the HED one. Some of them are much better at retaining the general layout than others. I accidentally did this the other day, but oh, damn it, I have to redo this again. So let's just do like a thing, kind of see. I'm just kind of showing you, you can do an interesting thing here. Where you can mess with this, and you can also actually change lighting and stuff this way as well, but I'll just show you everything set up. Yeah, looks good. Right, so here you go. So I put it up a little bit and the text stuck a lot more. This is really nice, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool how much it retains that. Now you can use in painting, or you could use image to image. So if I used image to image, basically what this would do is it would use these colors and this kind of like color kind of stuff and put it on this while it was working through it. In this one, I can do the same sort of thing, but I can like make a sort of like a glitchy effect because I'm going to be doing it only in like a certain point. And then instead of walking you through it, I will just show you how this thinks about it. What? So yeah, this is kind of crazy. So you can do some pretty cool, actually, I don't know. Oh, I don't have this on. This is, I mean, it's cool. This is not what I was looking for. This has nothing to do with my CONTROLNET. This was just doing it without the CONTROLNET. Am I doing it? Oh, I wanted to just. Yeah, exactly. And I actually came upon all of this with a mistake in the first place. Sam, you subscribed! My first subscription! Oh my goodness! How does it feel to be the first subscriber? But as you can see, it pulled in the like eyes from down there, which this didn't have. It alerts me. It has to alert me because then I have to say thank you for subscribing, you know, like when people join and stuff like that. But you see how it like brings in like the stuff from the, so it's always a really cool thing to like, you can see this swatch really brought in the inky feel of the below thing, and I don't know, all sorts of stuff like that. So anyway, it's very cool. And then somebody did a thing to show how you can also do some light stuff with your image to image by using actual light grids in the first thing, and then you put your CONTROLNET image down, basically down here where I did. And I'm not going to go do this because I don't feel like tracking down a light thing, but you can kind of see they use it. Let's see, let's fast forward a little bit. And they just select certain parts of the light thing, and then they can actually change the lighting of the photo itself. I'm doing it again. Making some God rays with it by just selecting this bit. Or sorry, they want it to be God raying up, I guess. Devil rays. Devil ray it. And there you go. You got the light. Oh no, I see what they're saying. It's God raying from the floor up. Thing. Light comes down because it goes there. Anyway. Cool stuff, right? You can change the lighting of it. It reads how this lighting is. And this is, I think, stuff that people are just discovering, you know? So you go and like, I think one of the fun things to do would be to really mess with this sketching, image to image, and painting stuff with CONTROLNET. And you can get some kind of, you can get some pretty interesting, like, things with it. I accidentally did like a picture up here that had like completely different coloring. It was like a completely different image, and then like those colors got put over this, and it was like all wacky and weird, but it kind of looked cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this new tool, and that's just you go play with it. Okay, so now that I've done that and I've helped my community, I'm gonna be super selfish and try to fix this fail that I had this weekend. What do you think about that? So this weekend, I was trying to do a LORA training and I failed. And this, I feel a little bit better about it because other people seemed to have had the same problem, even though their names are very similar to mine. This is not me, and I am not making a joke, but maybe it just takes people with names like Ami or Amli or Amy or whatever. But anyway, so we're going to go from fun to not so fun. I didn't, well, it's the same thing. I did fail, and I understand everybody saying, don't say that you failed. It's not about winning and failing and all that kind of stuff. But I did fail. There's not anything wrong with that because we all fail, and it's okay. And failure is okay. So it's okay to say that we failed. It's okay to admit that we failed. It's okay to be grumpy that we failed. It happens all the time. We accept it, we embrace it, we learn, we get back on the horse. It's not, failure isn't the issue. The way we react to our failure is the issue. And I won't lie, I didn't react perfectly this weekend to it. I got super grumpy about it. I may have had an online tweet fight with an invisible LORA. Oh, Ian's coming with, I just saw brain injury. In the realm of brain injury research, there's a community of UK-based nurses who have coined fail as first attempt in learning. I like like that. I like that a lot. I think that is a great way to look at it. I also think all right, I'm gonna get real for a second. I think that when somebody fails and they're upset about it, that's okay. Because it is upsetting. It's frustrating. It's hard. Life is hard. Life is frustrating. Things suck about life sometimes. And we have to be more okay with that, because it's totally okay that that happens. And it's totally okay that things suck. It's like the whole, it's okay not to be okay. It is. Like, you're not going to be like that forever. Feel it, embrace it, feel shitty for a bit, and then the next morning you get up and you try again. But I think when we try to gloss over the shitty parts, that we do it a disservice, because one, we make people then feel bad for feeling shitty when they're already feeling shitty, so you don't have to like add something on top of it, right? And then two, we don't then think about these shitty things, what makes us feel shitty, how it is to feel shitty, how to deal with the shitty things, because when we just gloss over it and say things like, you know, it's not about the things you've lost, it's about the things you've won, and it's not about this, or, you know, all those kind of like cliche things of like, you know, when everything happens for a reason, and whatever, that then we're not taking the time to learn how to deal with these emotions. We're saying that like we shouldn't deal with them, and therefore we're like never learning the tools how to deal with them, and instead we're just suppressing them. And then that's why people are depressed and anxious all the time, because they're just pretending to be happy and glossing over the bad things and never learning how to just be with badness. Because guess what? It's part of life. So I will now look at your responses to my soapbox TED Talk, and I am done with my soapbox TED Talk. A lot of learning that happens when achieving a fail. That's what triggers me. I see fail as everything as a waste. Yes. Yes. It feels like that. It 100% feels like that. And there is a really good lesson to be like reminded and told of, like afterwards, of like, you know, let's revisit, like, what was it all a waste, you know, and it's not, because nothing is a waste in the end. But it fucking feels like that, right? Like, it just does in the moment. Like on Saturday, I was fucking pissed. I was like, I can't believe I spent 8 hours and I didn't get that done. And I was so angry and I wanted to quit. And that's fine, because that happens every day. I want to quit every day. But I don't, because I know that that happens, and I know that that's just part of life. So you go, I want to quit, and you go in your room and you lay down for 30 minutes and you quit for 30 minutes, and then you get back up and you start again. Okay. I fight, and then Ian says, I fight perfectionist tendencies to this day. In my youth, this was a much bigger struggle. Me too, 100%. Fear of failure was both paralyzing at times and intense motivation to master things. I have the fear of failure being paralyzing. I definitely do that, which is why I really try to embrace failure now and to make it okay to fail, because otherwise I would never do anything. Like I never did for a long period of time. But yeah, fear of failure is not only hard to say 5 times fast, but it's hard to live with. Oh, the image editing was helpful. That's good. There is a lot of things like that, I feel like, when you watch someone do, that the person does that just feels so natural to them. Because it's like what they've been doing, you know, like Photoshop, just do Photoshop all the time and have been doing it for 10 years. I'm gonna try and talk while I order some food here. Do you see how I was trying to like cover it, like having a conversation with you guys while I was looking down at my phone? And I have to turn my Wi-Fi back on because I was almost positive that that's what was causing me to glitch out on Twitter yesterday. I am gonna just order. Yes. Push through discomfort and fail. I know. It always happens with this show that because I usually cook like right around this time. We're still cooking right around this time. I'm having a really hard time talking, which is making me nervous because I don't want to go into a flare. But I can't believe we spent, and also time. It's like right now, I'm like, I can't believe we spent 45 minutes already, and I still haven't figured out LORA. There's no way I'm gonna figure it out. That's fine. Bubby. Dog is digging into something. Okay. For the last laser master. Oh. He's the last laser master. I'm just gonna go to Bubby. The order. Go to checkout. I want to schedule it to be here. Oh, I don't want to. I have to do it. Okay. I guess I'll just do it standard. It's going to show up in the middle of this half next thing. Exactly. Didn't. But I spent 45 minutes here to specifically figure out LORA. No, I'm just kidding. This is about my time. No, I'm just kidding. No, I know. And that's so true. When you watch people, like I'll do the same thing. I watch people and I learn so much, just like what Hell on Earth was saying. You just watch them in their work process and you learn things because everyone works differently and uses tools differently. Okay, so anyway. We're rolling up our sleeves because God help me. I want to get, there's reasons I want to do this. So I really love this style and I really want to make something that I can make a really good, large collection with because I want to apply to Mirage and I want to apply to Nympha and I need those things. I need the tools to be able to do that, and I really want to use this collection to do it. And I also just hate it when I can't figure something out. So, what appeals to me about Mirage and Nympha? The AAIA DM group always talking about it and it's seeming like that's where the path to success is. I don't know. Being incredibly susceptible to peer pressure. It's what I see other people doing. It's what the cool kids are doing. And so therefore, in order to be cool, obviously I have to do it. Doesn't make any sense. The same reason I did an open edition and it failed. And that was also, I did it purposely. I don't know if you guys followed that adventure, but that was a fun adventure. I enjoyed that adventure because I went into it with the correct expectations of failure. And it was great. Okay, so it wasn't my fault It wasn't my fault. See this? Let's all look at this. Fixed by rolling back to the previous version. This was the error that I was running into. Fixed by rolling back to the previous version. So when you guys are talking to LORA about this, and I'm talking about the machine learning process that I now refer to as a person, when you guys are talking to LORA about this, brunch on Sunday, and she's like, Amelie, like, didn't use me right, you can be like, no, LORA. Obviously, it was your fault, not Amelie's fault, because you messed up. You got updated too fast and you broke yourself. So maybe step back. Now, if I can figure out how to do this, it'll be good. So, okay, so they want to roll back to the previous version. And this looks like a bunch of stuff. So for a newbie, which would be me, go into my Koya SS folder. I can do this. I think. How likely am I to recommend Windows to a friend or colleague on PC Friendly Feedback Hub wants to know. Okay, my Koya should be right here somewhere. Down, no? Oh, it's the first one. Of course it is. Okay, I went in here. Get right click folder. Okay, right click on empty and choose git bash here. Oh God, guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, I did that. Now what do I do? Am I supposed to do something else? Oh, don't give me extra. Hold on. Don't give me. Is there something else I want to do? Because I can also. Can I just do this, or am I doing it wrong? This is very okay. Okay. Paste this. Copy. Ah! There you go. Pasting. Not pasting. Paste. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like the same thing that I pasted. We're getting back to master branch later when fixes and updates will come. Use git checkout master. Doesn't look anything like what I pasted, but I guess I will. Nope. Okay. Markdown quoted. Mark what? Ah. Oh, there. Did it right. You are in a detached head state. I mean, it's true. It's true. I feel like that all the time. You can look around, make experimental changes and commit them, and you can discard any commits and make in this state without impacting any branches by switching back to branch. Oh, he gifted you a sub! It also tells me when you gift subs. Ian, you can't do anything sneaky on this channel. You can't do anything sneaky. Aw, Ian. He's giving out so much love. It's like 1984. All eyes are on you. It's because I wonder if there is a way to hide it. I'm honestly not sure, but it's because if you watch any other Twitch streams, it's like people like want to be given their flowers, you know, for like subscribing or joining or all that kind of stuff. So they want like the host to be like, thank you, and which is really easy when there's only a couple people, and I'm very grateful for that. I don't know how people who have tons of stuff do it. Okay, so am I supposed to do this now? Or do I do this after? After this, I had to run that and restart the GUI, including hard refresh of your browser in case another newbie like me couldn't check it out, couldn't get it to run after checking out. Okay, well, I guess we'll try it, getting it to run first. Okay. I'll get used to it if you keep subscribing to this. Okay, so, shit, I honestly don't remember. I think it's this. Do you guys think one of the reasons I might not be good at this is that I don't follow instructions? Okay, no, here it is. I picked the right one. I did it right. I did it right. Don't question me. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I am going to run it on the regular one. I don't have to do any of these. I'm just doing it on V1, V1, V1. I'm going to my folders, and I am going to my folder, which is this one, I believe. Don't want to cut it. I definitely don't want to cut it. I just want to copy it. Oh, or I just want to select it. Okay. Go here. And I'm going to select where I want the model to go. I did all of this before. I did all of this on my 8-hour stream. Not doing a regularization folder. This is where my log is going to go. I'm going to name this Only Orphans. My training parameters are this. Okay, now here is where I am going to stop the stream for a second because it takes a really long time and only takes like 2 seconds if I stop the stream. So I'm going to stop the stream really quick to see if it works. I will be right back. So just hang on. I am just going to end it and I'm going to restart it right away. So just everybody. Okay.